So the key with eating, okay? Always eat within 1 hour of getting up. Always eat before you exercise in the a.m. Now, what would we eat 1 hour before we exercise, or a half hour before we exercise? What do you think would be a good thing to have? Okay, some nuts. And what else, though? What's our rule of thumb? If we're going to have some protein, what do we have to have it with? Some fruit, right? Come on, just pass those down. So one of the things you could have is an apple with some almond butter, okay? You could have a handful of grapes with some walnuts. Not something where you're going to get cramping before you exercise, but we don't want to have a 7 to 8 hour period of no sugar coming into your system, no protein, no sugar coming into your system, and then you ask your body to work for an hour exercising. Because that's even worse than not exercising. Because now you're creating an oxidative stress to your body, which oxidation is how your body ages, and we don't want that. Does that make sense, eating something before you exercise? Yes? Okay. Get rid of those trans fats, partially hydrogenated oils, take turmeric, ginger, and bromelain, watch the glycemic index. The glycemic index is something that is basically how quickly do things turn into sugar. So if you were to have, if you were going to have a Milky Way, everyone knows what a Milky Way has in it, right? Is there nuts in it? No, okay, so no nuts in that. Versus a Snickers bar, which one would probably have a higher glycemic index in terms of it going to sugar faster? The Milky Way, exactly. So if you say to me, Doc, I'm having a candy bar no matter what are we going to want you to do? Have the Snickers bar, okay? So have something with some protein in it. So balance all meals with lean fats, proteins, not just in meat, spinach, kale, and broccoli. Protein also has those things, spinach, kale, and broccoli also have protein. A lot of people never think any of their fruits and vegetables have any protein in it. They do, okay? Eat small meals at least every 3 hours. That's the reason why we want to do those snack meals. But again, those snack meals have to be balanced as well so you don't spike the insulin levels. Take the core 4 supplements. Omega-3 fish oil, a multiple vitamin, vitamin D, especially this time of year. Generally, I say to people in the summertime, stop the vitamin D. Save a few bucks over the summer. Just get some sun. Don't be afraid of the sun. Don't burn, but don't be afraid of the sun. Probiotics prevent that leaky gut syndrome, and that's certainly something that you want to prevent. Your gut is about 80% of your immune system, okay? 80% of your immune system is in your gut. So it is important to replenish your natural bacterial flora of the gut, okay? So let's take a look at some of the, any questions on stuff we've gone over?
You haven't mentioned much about dairy.
Yep.
What about dairy products?
I basically said don't have it.
Oh, don't have it.
Yeah, it was on there, don't have it.
Yogurt or anything like that.
The yogurt question always comes on.
You know,
They have probiotic yogurt?
No.
I know, but here's the problem with the probiotics or the acidophilus in yogurt is that it doesn't adhere well to the intestinal lining. So I generally say 99.9% of the people should stay away from dairy. Okay, most people do not do well with dairy. However, we do have lactate, right? We can force ourselves to take dairy in. Is that what our body wants? Isn't it crazy? Think about this. Well, your body doesn't want dairy, so let's force it with lactate. Doesn't make any sense. So I generally say to people, get away from dairy. Okay. Now, here's my ultimate question. We'll finish on this with respect to dairy. Okay. What other mammal in the adult stage drinks milk? I'm hearing nothing, and the reason why? Nobody. Right? Only us. Why? Got milk? It's a great marketing tool. Okay? Got milk? Everyone knows it. That's why we drink as much dairy as we do. In fact, dairy is the only way on planet Earth to get what?
Calcium.
Absolutely. The only way. In fact, there's not a plant on planet Earth that has calcium. The only way you can get it is by dairy.
Spinach, kale, and broccoli.
Come
have
on!
A lot of calcium.
All of these other things have calcium. But the dairy industry has made us think that that's the only place you're ever going to have. But here's the real reality of it, okay, is the fact that dairy, and don't kill me on this, dairy actually makes your bones weaker because it's very acidic. And now the body trying to balance its acid-base relationship within it, trying to buffer it, is going to take calcium out of the bones to balance that acid-base relationship.